Open Heavens on the Go. Saturday, January 9th, 2021. Topic: Be spiritually sensitive. Memory verse: 1 Corinthians 2:15. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. 1 Corinthians 2:15. Bible reading: Judges 16:4-21. And it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her, and said unto her, Entice him, and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him. And we will give thee, every one of us, 1,100 pieces of silver. And Delilah said to Samson, Tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. And Samson said unto her, If they bind me with 7 green wheats that were never dried, then shall I be weak, and be as another man. Then the lords of the Philistines brought up to her 7 green wheats which had not been dried, and she bound him with them. Now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. And she said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he brake the wheats as a thread of tow is broken when it toucheth the fire. So his strength was not known. And Delilah said unto Samson, Behold, thou hast mocked me, and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If they bind me fast with new ropes that never were occupied, then shall I be weak, and be as another man. Delilah therefore took new ropes, and bound him therewith, and said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there were liers in wait, abiding in the chamber. And he brake them from off his arms like a thread. And Delilah said unto Samson, Hitherto thou hast mocked me, and told me lies. Tell me, wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. And she fastened it with the pin, and said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awake out of his sleep, and went away with the pin of the beam, and with the web. And she said unto him, How canst thou say, I love thee, when thy heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth. And it came to pass, when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him, so that his soul was vexed unto death, then he told her all his heart, and said unto her, There hath not come a razor upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak, and be like any other man. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, Come up this once, for he hath shewed me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her, and brought money in their hand. And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep, and said, I will go out as at other times before, and shake myself. And he wist not that the Lord was departed from him. For the Philistines took him, and put out his eyes, and brought him down to Gaza, and bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. The message. An old woman once gave her daughter-in-law a piece of bread, saying, "Eat and use it to block your womb." The lady ate it, wondering what kind of statement that was. Years after, however, this lady could not conceive. One day, she heard that we were coming to hold a crusade in the town where she lived, so she decided to fast in preparation for the program. While still fasting and praying, she dreamt that a man removed a very long rope from her stomach, and at its end was a piece of bread, the same one her mother-in-law had given her years ago. True to her words, it had really blocked her womb. To the glory of God, she was set free that day. In the mighty name of Jesus, I decree that you are set free from any bondage in your life. You have to be spiritually sensitive if you will not become prey to the devil. When the devil attacks the businesses of some people, they try to give a logical explanation to it, either blaming the economy, competitors, government policies, and the likes. Some think it is the weather when their children fall sick continually. It is time to arise and tell the devil, enough is enough. If you keep tolerating the devil, he will keep on tormenting you. You cannot continue to take spiritual issues with levity. You have to rise and pray. Rise and send the devil packing from your life. Embark on a fast and tell God, until this reproach is over, I am not leaving this mountain. Genesis 18:2 says, "And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself toward the ground." Don't miss life-changing opportunities because of ignorance. Only God knows how many more years Abraham would have had to wait for his promised child if he had not been sensitive enough to host those angels passing by his house. Imagine if Jacob had not wrestled with that angel in Genesis 32:24-32. He may never have become a mighty nation. You must be spiritually sensitive to know when Jesus is passing by so you can grab what you want before it is too late. When I say that being at a program is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, some think I am merely encouraging the congregation. However, those who are sensitive attend with an expectant heart and heard their testimonies. You have to be sensitive to spiritual things so you too can live in victory. Prayer point. Today, I break loose from any bondage I have entered into due to negligence or any other reason in the mighty name of Jesus. Bible reading in 1 year. Deuteronomy 8-10. Hymn for today. Conqueror and overcomers now are we. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. God bless you.